to Paranormal Crossings Into the Light. We are minus Mr. Aaron Collins today, but joining us is my wife, Kayla,
Hi, guys.
who's also a member of DBK Investigations. And of course,
We got
to my left,
Yep.
always James.
That's right.
So,
Always James.
So Aaron's out for a while on medical, so in front of the table we've left his team's shirt and hat, and hopefully it'll stay here until he returns.
Yay.
Yeah. Get well, my friend.
Yes,
Definitely.
my friend. Hopefully you get the better soon. You can come back and take your seat. So today
What we have today?
we're going to be talking about the Bridge Tender in Seaside, Oregon.
Nice place.
It is.
Right, because I mean, so far up to this point, there's been a lot of inside jokes, I guess you would say, in our interviews.
Mhm.
And since we don't have a guest lined up, we can go back and we can fill in all those little blanks.
Nice.
So, the Bridge Tender it's a bar right there in Seaside,
Right there on the main drag.
right on the main
It's a
drag.
really nice, cool little bar, too.
A lot of people say it's like a dive bar, but it's
Nah.
just your basic community little bar.
Absolutely. And the owners are fantastic people.
Oh, they are great people to work with.
Absolutely.
So,
It's really homey, I feel like. It's not
Yeah.
like, I don't see it as a dive bar.
You wouldn't necessarily think it would be haunted neither.
no,
se.
you wouldn't think it is. And we've been there, a total of 3 times as investigators. One time, I think we were there just...
Yeah, 3, 4.
something like that. I mean,
I think I've led 3 investigations there and been in on a group my first time there.
yeah, I think we were all in the same boat.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But
Have we been? I think I've only been there like twice. Maybe 3 times.
That is you.
Yeah, that is me. That is just me.
but
Basically, ever since the conference went down to Seaside,
yeah,
I've been there. So
right. Well, the Oregon Ghost Conference, we talk a lot about the Oregon Ghost Conference. If hopefully we can have it next year, and
In person, anyway.
in person, and that way people can actually show up to the Bridge Tender and
see it.
exactly
Yeah,
see what
see
we're going to be
what it is.
discussing,
Get to use some of the
Yeah.
equipment. And
Yeah.
and we will
Yeah,
probably
'cause
walk
we-
people through.
We got all the cool little equipment that we can show people. And
explain how to use it and what
Exactly.
it's used for. and-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the perks of being with the Ghost Conference is you're going to be taught things, and then the next year you have the opportunity to teach the next group of people.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So
That's the coolest part about it, I think, is you're bringing new people in that don't know necessarily like how ghost investigations go, and so it's like your time to shine to show people and teach them what it is and what we do. So, and that it's not necessarily scary; it's cool,
unless you play ABBA.
Yeah.
Well, only at Bridge Tender.
Yeah. Definitely not at the Bridge Tender.
Yeah.
No.
But I think they got rid of the jukebox that plays. The
Yeah, they
Java
actually
and
got rid of anything ABBA within the jukeboxes.
anything really. Yeah.
So, but of course, sometimes if you tell people ahead of time, like we did at 2019, and the guy went ahead and downloaded
Yeah.
Dancing Queen specifically to try to upset the ghost. And I think we were talking about June with that one about how the spirit box gave out that horrible scream, and he immediately stopped and deleted it off his phone and was like, okay, I believe.
Now he understands.
It scared the crap out of the guy,
Rightfully so.
right?
But so the Bridge Tender was built in 1924.
Okay.
Okay, and during our investigations have always said it's a brothel upstairs.
Right.
A lot of people are iffy on if it really was, but of course, I mean, unless you're in Nevada and you're running a brothel, it's all going to be a question on if it is or isn't
Right.
a brothel. I mean, the same thing with St. Helens and the Klondike. It was one of those things of, oh yeah, we had a brothel here. Oh no, we didn't have a brothel, I don't know what you're talking about. So, but so yeah, I mean, the investigations we did was the downstairs area, the bar, the pool room, and then they're upstairs.
Yeah, go through a little crawl space up in the kitchen area. You have to use
the little ladder.
the ladder to get up
Yeah.
in there and kind of stepping all over the ventilation ducts
Right.
and things of that nature. Yeah,
I
to
remember
get up to that second story.
that second story. I remember the first time like looking up there, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what have I got myself into?" Like, and then that little ladder, like that. I'm not like afraid of heights or anything, but like that little ladder freaked me out. I had to like kind of be like, "Okay, all right, come on, let's go."
It's like one of those. I'm going in.
Right, exactly.
If I don't come back out, send help.
Right.
The major problem I had with that entire room is they've got a little garden gnome way in the back.
I call him Chucky. I do.
He just hangs out in the shadows.
awesome.
And if you're not paying attention, every single year he always gets me because you get up the ladder, it's all dark. You're going down the little hallway. You got a room here, room here, room here, room here.
Yep.
You look down, and out of the shadows is a garden gnome staring at you.
Yeah.
Just random garden gnome staring at you.
Yeah, I mean, my first time up there, and I saw that, and we're using the K2 meters and things of that nature, and K2 is hitting on that garden gnome, and we're like, Chucky, and it's just lighting up, and ever since then, I just call him Chucky.
Nice.
We're just gonna have to start calling him Chucky too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's not, but
I wonder if that means he likes it, or I wonder if that means he doesn't like
right?
it. Like,
I'm not getting.
I'm not Chucky.
Yeah, I mean, you only get so long up when you're doing these investigations, 'cause
Right. Yeah.
there's what normally a total of 4 groups, because
Yeah.
we don't just investigate the bridge tender, we investigate the building right next to it.
Right. Which
Yeah.
is
So-
something different now. It's not
It
Seaside
used-
Salts anymore. It's
right,
it's a
it's a-
little convenience store.
Well, it's a jewelry store
Oh,
right
yeah, yeah.
next to it, and then there's
The
a little
convenience
convenience store
store.
right next to that. So
Last time we went into that area into Seaside, well, that was with your family, I think,
Yeah.
right? On our little vacation. We went in there, and didn't she say that she used to own Seaside Salts, or that was her old
Yeah, that was her old
building,
building.
but now
Mhm.
now she's doing the convenience store. I don't know.
Oh, Katie?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, Katie and Leroy, they're the former owners of the bridge tender that sold it to Samantha and Derek, who are now the current owners.
Yeah.
Both owners are fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really enjoy the Ghost Conference.
Oh,
so-
they do, yeah. I mean, and they help definitely promote the conference and
Definitely.
everything they do. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've always said what the bridge tender needs to do. Bridge tender, if you're watching, free publicity for you here and a free idea you can totally steal. They need to stick a webcam
Mhm.
upstairs and run it downstairs to above the bar. Have a little TV.
right.
Can you see the madam?
You
And
know,
it's just a live 24-hour
now that
feed.
you're mentioning this, didn't we kind of
That'd be
say something
cool.
about that back in 2019?
I think we did.
We were mentioning how cool that would be, and if they actually caught something, that would
It might bring
bridge
more,
tender, pay
more-
attention.
Right? It might bring more business, especially during the Oregon Ghost Conference too.
Absolutely.
Because people would come in and see that feed and be like, "Oh my gosh, now I want to do the tour." You
Yeah,
know?
it'll help definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
For sure.
good idea.
free idea for you guys. But yeah, like you said, we don't really have a whole lot of time upstairs to actually do one, we're leading other people, so it's not a technical investigation.
Exactly.
It's a micro investigation. We're going through, okay, this is a K2, this is a Spirit Box SB7, this is an SB11. Look at all of our toys. This is how it works. Okay, radio just says we got to change and go downstairs.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
Go
we
next
get
door.
like 30 minutes in
Yeah.
location or something like that.
That's 20, 30 minutes. Something
yeah,
like that.
something like
yeah.
that. So you don't get a whole lot of time.
Mm-mm.
I mean, in 2019, I think for me was the worst. And when we're investigating, because if I remember correctly, both myself, you, and Aaron, after that conference, we were all 3 of us were
I
just
remember that.
down either sick or just had this bad feeling
Yeah.
or nightmares.
You ended up
Yeah.
going to
And-
the ER, didn't you?
Well, no, after that conference, A couple nights after that, I was having such bad nightmares. I was like dreaming. I was just grabbing people by the face, by the mouth, just yanking on their jaw, tearing them open. I was like, "What is going on?" I've never felt like this after a ghost conference.
Well, I do believe that.
And we kind of all were thinking maybe something kind of
Well, I know
attached.
that it was you and I were on the first night.
right.
We were upstairs, and
We both weren't feeling very well.
we both got attacked. Both
Yeah.
had like something reaching through our stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Now we don't know exactly what room was what room. We're kind of going off of what we feel. That there's a lobby area. There used to be stairs on the back of the whole place. Then you got the main little area where there's like couches and kind of other stuff, and then there's like multiple rooms on the way back.
One of them was like a kitchen area upstairs.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I mean we've kind of labeled it. Okay, this was the lobby. This would be the madam's office. These would be the different rooms, and then this would be the kitchen area and where they were taking care of things. They
Mhm.
were set up like apartments.
Right.
And we had walked through what we call the madam's office, come through into the next room where the wall is not there anymore. And I believe that maybe we offended the madam because
It's
we just
possible,
kind of
but
tromped through the office.
Maybe, yeah, just going through that office because for me, going up in there, I'm always very careful.
All right, yeah.
Because I've heard the stories. There's many stories about the madam, hitching a ride.
Yeah.
I've heard about the salesman and the chandelier or the light or whatever, and yeah, with her. So I'm always careful.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely hurt. Well, that Friday night we kind of had we had some drunk people in our group.
Oh yes.
So we had some crazy drunk people.
Not only that. Oh no, wait, that was a different investigation. Never mind. Yeah, we did.
But they were kind of loud. They were obnoxious. I think
Mhm.
one of the women actually brought her own demon with her, so there was a big clash. So I think we got attacked because we were walking through and we were leading the investigation, and I think maybe the madam was saying, "You will respect my house."
I fully agree.
And I don't think we were trying to calm everything down. We were just kind of, the one lady was being really obnoxious and disorderly.
Mhm.
And I mean, we didn't exactly put a stop to it.
Right.
So I think that's why we were attacked is, the
Yeah,
madam's
you
like,
guys-
Expecting us, yeah.
I trust you with a bit, these people up in my place. You ain't doing your job, so this is what you're going to get.
Mhm.
Kind of deal.
Mhm.
Yeah. It makes sense.
But there was the second night investigation. I had a little bag of like Canadian coins and toy coins, and
Mhm.
it was just random mixed match of stuff. And our cameraman for the night, Bill, was walking around, and I offered it up. I shook the bag, and it was just there just to make noise.
Trigger object.
A trigger object.
Right.
I wanted to make noise. I'm like, hey, listen, I'll give you everything in here. My friend here, he'd like have a date with one of the ladies, and the spirit box actually said, "You don't have enough."
I don't know if that's a burn. You know what I mean? Like, oh no.
I was going to ask how much was in that.
Well,
Technically for Canadian coins, I think there was like $3 Canadian.
Okay, well, for back in the day, you'd think that would be enough? Maybe?
I don't know. I mean, it is Canadian.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But that's hilarious. I'm sorry. I just think of that as like, oh, burn.
Yeah, so I mean that was an interesting part about the entire investigation. I think the second night you were running your own team.
Yeah, well, both nights we were running teams.
Yeah, I think
we both were doing,
Well, we didn't have very many people
I think
on the first night.
Yeah.
So they kind of just went,
combined it, and you're right, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you only have, I think because normally they run about 15 people a group.
Yeah.
And I think we only had 15 show up.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave us some, and Aaron and his team took a couple, and
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah.
Yeah. The one thing I like with these micro investigations, you get people that are skeptic, and this is
Mhm.
something that, hey, get them involved in and maybe change their opinion of things.
Exactly.
And then you get those that, are like, yeah, this is just BS, and you guys are pulling pranks and things of that. And you could actually change their mind if you actually get something really good, an EVP or shadows or
Oh yeah, you get lots of shadows up there.
definitely. Oh,
I mean,
Cold feelings too. Like
the cold spots.
yeah, the cold
and-
spots.
Absolutely.
There's big cold spots. At least for me, when we go down and investigate the bathroom area down there.
Down there with the little girl.
Yes. So that is
I can
where
never remember which bathroom that's in.
men's.
it's the men's room. Yeah.
That's right.
I actually felt like a little girl or something
Yeah.
on my leg.
Mm-hmm.
And that lasted for a good portion of the night. Like she wouldn't go upstairs with me, but as soon as we came back downstairs, if I'd walk towards that bathroom again, I would just kind of feel her like hugging my leg. And that like freaked me out. But it wasn't like scary, but it just, startled me. So
Right.
and I'm curious to find out if when we go back there, if maybe she'll do it again. I don't know.
Hopefully, hopefully we get to go back. So
And we never got her to actually like talk or say anything, but I remember we got a giggle.
Yeah.
I remember the
there's
giggle.
There's several EVPs that
Of
we
the-
got of the little girl giggling. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know that
didn't we bring a ball for her too?
that was over in Seaside Salts. People
Football.
brought a whole bunch. There was a
Oh, that's
football
right. Like that.
for the boy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because there was a little boy spirit in Seaside Salts in the upstairs area.
Mhm.
We talked to that spirit for a while. I think for 2 years in a row, we kept trying to talk to it.
Right.
I think Aaron actually went out and bought a football to bring back and
Yeah, he did.
put upstairs for the kid. And then of course, I don't know if we. Why not? It's all about the same investigation. Seaside Salts, the demon bathroom.
Oh, geez.
That was crazy.
Yeah, you may as well say it's all the same. I mean, because
Because it's
all
connected.
It's all the
it's
same
technically
building.
connected, same building, same investigations,
Same owners, pretty much.
Yeah, that bathroom. No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Didn't
way.
that make you sick too? I know it made
No,
Darren
but
sick.
stepping over in there, I couldn't get out of that
Place
area,
fast enough.
that bathroom fast
Yeah.
enough. Even that general vicinity, it just, it was just bad.
Aaron had to walk out too. I remember that.
Yeah.
But then I remember there was when we did the investigation there in that bathroom, someone was even trying to provoke it even more.
That was that crazy drunk woman.
The crazy drunk one, yeah.
Yeah, that was the same micro investigation where we took the thermal camera
Mm-hmm.
and we aimed it on the back wall, and you can see the figure of human
Right.
on the wall. So what we
That was enough to freak me out. I was like, I'm out. See you guys later.
yeah, and we looked at the wall because it's like, okay, maybe somebody's standing against the backside,
Right.
and their body heat
Because
is,
you're obviously wanting to debunk whatever you're seeing.
Right.
Yeah,
But there was
that
nothing to
there was
debunk
nothing.
it.
There
was
was-
nothing.
there was
Absolutely
shelving
not.
on the back end of it where nobody's going to be able to get up on that wall.
Right.
But it was just a thin line, humanoid figure standing against the back wall,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just kind of left. It just kind of
Mhm.
Yeah, and that whole thing, it wasn't just the demon bathroom, but in the main part of that downstairs business there's several kids as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
we were tracking them going from one area all the way around the front of the store and over to the red cash register where the gal that's running the place was sitting.
Mhm.
Kept going back and forth.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember watching that
we
little
were-
tracker or whatever
Yeah.
that you guys had where you
Yeah.
could actually like see
Absolutely.
where they were.
Yep.
Like that was crazy. That I remember that.
I
You
was-
were upstairs, I think,
Yeah,
for
for that
this.
one.
And
Yeah,
I came downstairs.
There was 2 or 3
Yeah.
young kids.
Yeah.
And they were not necessarily chatty, I would say, because I don't
No.
recall getting anything on the audio recorder, but it was just
Lots of
great.
we got laughing, but no, like,
Well, it must have been, I didn't get anything on the audio, but maybe
I
someone
think
else
we
did.
did at some point. We
But
got laughing or
It was
something.
just fascinating just to watch where they went in
Right.
the building, and then something would scare them off, and you could just see them go and disappear for a while.
hmm
So,
Well, I'm kind of wondering if the spirit in the
Because-
demon bathroom, because I think I remember getting something on the SB7 about it watches us from one of the kids. I think that was upstairs.
yeah, this is actually giving me goosebumps right,
Right.
now just talking about it.
I
man.
know.
I want to get back over there.
I know.
It makes you just want to go.
It does.
But yeah, I mean, and then that upstairs in Seaside Salts, that made the big room there,
Yeah.
where all the Christmas decorations were in the back, the
Yeah.
Christmas trees, the little
Mhm.
trees. I always felt I was being watched by something behind those. Every time we went up there, every year we went up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was some nights during the conference where normally on Friday nights were the hot nights,
Oh yeah,
and then Saturday nights are kind of a little bit more dead, and a little bit more more quiet.
Because they're tired at that point.
Well, yeah, because we've had 4 groups of people just cycling
Yeah.
through for
They're kind of done. They're
till
like,
3:00 in the morning. Can you hear us? Go away. I'm
Yeah.
tired.
right.
yeah.
That's how I feel every morning. Go away. I'm tired.
But in Seaside Salts, wasn't that the one where we went upstairs and we used a flashlight at one
Mhm.
point, right? And
Yeah.
the little boy spirit that liked the ball was like,
Mhm.
we were like, hey, turn on the flashlight, turn off the flashlight. And
Yeah.
it actually did it.
Yep.
And that was like I didn't not believe, but like that was my aha moment of, oh my goodness. Like it's listening, like it's doing what we're asking. Like that was
It gives validation.
yeah,
gives
that
the
was the
proof.
coolest part for me was I was like, okay, all right, I believe like 100% now I
Mm-hmm.
believe because that was so cool.
And I know we have some pictures.
Yeah.
There is, I don't know if Andrew, if you could pull this up or not, but I took 3 pictures downstairs in concession, and we all know what the bridge center down there by the pool tables looks like. There's really no lights around it.
Mm-mm.
But 3 pictures in succession. The first 2 don't show anything. And there's a guy in the picture, obviously. The third picture is the one that caught me. You could see like a light beam coming down towards his head.
Ooh.
And this guy, he came from like Salem. He wanted to believe, he wanted to catch stuff. And I showed him these pictures, and it kind of freaked him out.
I'm sure.
All right.
Here's
Here's the first picture.
Yeah. That would be the first one. That's the second. And then the third one, you could see where this light beam is going straight down right on top of his head there. And there is no lights right there except for what's over the pool tables.
No.
Yeah, just coming straight down into his head.
Absolutely.
I mean, those were good catches. And of course, we're full lights out.
Absolutely. There's no lights on.
The lights go on. Everybody comes in and out just so there's not a lot of safety issues. And then we go lights out for everything. Everybody watch their step. And then until the radios crackle, all right, get ready to move.
Yep.
We are lights out. We are in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We are smelling alcohol on people's breaths.
And we do encourage everyone to, ask questions and be involved with it. That's why they're there, so they can learn.
They can learn everything.
And make the non-believers believers. And
right. Yeah,
that's the tough part when you got a bunch of drunks.
That drunk got me in a lot of trouble.
How so?
Because of the fact that whatever dark spirit was following her, then I sensed it, and we had a little bit of it come over the SB7. So me being me, I wanted to help out. It's like, okay, I'm going to step in for a second. Hey, okay, let's do what we got to do to get rid of this dark spirit because it's interfering with everything else. And she's going, demons be gone, demons be gone, demons be gone. And somebody overheard that and thought she was trying to banish the children's spirits. I'm like, no. She had a dark spirit following her. I just told her, listen, talk to me afterwards. We'll see what we can do for you. But right now, we just need to focus on this.
Yeah, I think at this point is when we started losing some people from the group.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was because they were like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. And this is not what we signed up for.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
Normally, when you have a drunk person in the group, other people start to leave because they're just like, okay.
Irritated. It's annoying.
Well, yeah. And when you get a bunch of non-believers or whatnot, we're there to obviously get more evidence and all that, and not just evidence, but to help if we can.
Exactly.
But when you get a bunch of people that are sitting there, they talk, and they just talk and talk, and if you got audio recorders going on and things of
It's
nature,
hard to.
it's harder. I mean, you or whoever knows firsthand. Okay, well, that ain't no EVP because we were there. But if
Right.
you send that to somebody else, they ain't gonna know the difference.
Right.
Excuse me. And so, for me, it's harder sometimes to deal with a bunch of. It's like, will you guys just shut up? Let's sit here for a bit. Maybe catch something. Maybe not. Most times not. But
Well,
the only way is to just be in the moment.
right.
Mhm.
Be in the moment. Also, good energy out.
Brings
gonna-
good
energy in.
Exactly.
But if you've got drunks who are just there because I'm just going to go.
Because I got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Let's go on a ghost hunt and see what we can find and maybe piss some ghosts off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had some of those when we were doing the paranormal adventures in St. Helens. We had a couple ladies come in when we were doing the old Masonics.
That's the one that I was
Masonic
getting confused with because I remember that she was vaping.
Yeah, she was. That's a whole nother side.
I know,
story.
but I'm just saying she was vaping, and we all thought that it was like an apparition, and that it was a fog had appeared and all that stuff. And no, it was just her stupid ass vape pen. It was really dumb.
She was waiting for the time to. She was another drunk, unruly customer who was basically doing this on the down low. Nobody's seen her do it, and she'd blow the smoke out, and then it would catch whatever light's coming in through the windows, and you're just like, wow, what is that? Okay. You're wanting to investigate. You're like, okay, what the hell? You look around, nobody's got anything. And after a while, one of our security guys caught her doing it, and it's like, all right.
Yeah, get out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She thought it was funny at that point.
Yeah. Those are the people you don't want around. I mean, it's almost like a game to them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
They don't want to take it serious. They just think it's all malarkey and, I don't believe it, so no one should believe it.
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to have people within your
Skeptics,
public-led group, skeptics. They're just for a laugh. They're not really believers. But then you got the people that are the believers and are intent on teach me what you know in the couple hours. And then they'll, I've had one gal come back to me the next day and find me and was like, hey, listen, I really want to get into this. I really liked what you guys did. And I explained to her, well,
That's what makes it all worth it, though.
Yeah.
Right there is to have someone be like, okay, I really loved what I saw. Please, I want to get into this. Can you help me?
Yeah.
That's like what it's
someone
about.
being already curious, and then if they're on one of those investigations and something happens, that brings them in, and they want to know more because their curiosity is piqued.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much the same with how I really got going. I was always a believer, but then when something happened in my house, obviously I'm like full bore. Let's go. Let's bring this on and tackle it head on and try to find out as much as I can.
Exactly.
Learn as much as I can.
Yeah.
Because no one's an expert at it.
No,
You're
always learning.
You're a student of the paranormal.
Exactly. You're always learning.
Well, unless you're in a Bigfoot field or the UFO field.
Oh, they claim to be experts.
And then they'll claim that the next guy who says he's an expert is not an expert.
Yeah.
Whole nother show. We already hit Bigfoot last time around. back to the bridge tender. So yeah, it's one of those things that I think everybody should take advantage of
Absolutely.
for the Ghost Conference. To go in,
Even if not for the Ghost Conference, even if you're just taking a trip to Seaside or whatever, go
Yeah,
check it out.
Yeah, just
not
go
stop
in there.
in.
not that you can go upstairs.
Well,
No,
no, but you
they-
can
they
go
only-
just check it out.
Yeah, they only do that.
Yeah, that's just
for
the Ghost Conference. They'll let people
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
But it's a nice little bar. I mean, it's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, when Heidi and I go to Seaside, no matter what, we stop in at
Mhm.
at the Bridge Tender. It's our local watering hole, even
Yeah.
though we're here. But
yeah.
Right.
I
It's
think I
like-
got another picture of the outside that Andrew's going to throw up.
which one?
The second one.
But so the Bridge Tender was
1924.
24. Okay, just
It's an old
thinking.
building.
And as far as I've been able to not find who the man was, or
Well, that's another one of those things. Is nobody's here. We've got the historical photo of the bridge tender. The bridge tender is in the right hand, not so much a corner, but it's right there. It's on the river. So I mean, of course, a lot of people say water
Mhm.
amplifies
Mhm.
the paranormal. So
Right.
you're right on the water.
exactly, you could definitely tell by that picture that those either apartments or something really up there. And then you look, I don't know, I can't really unless I zoom in, but it looks like somebody's standing in those windows.
Ooh.
Might
But-
be.
There could be, yeah.
Hmm.
That and
And there's another outdoor
So-
shot from the river.
so it's like I'm looking at the two pictures, and you, it's like the other one was taller than this.
Yeah, I
original
think
building.
it was more of a facade on the top
Okay,
because apparently there was a staircase on the outside where this
yeah, it
staircase
was on the
is.
back side.
Yeah,
if
and it
I'm
went
correct.
up to the top,
Right.
and that's where you would go into the lobby area.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But-
just a cool building.
Yeah,
And
I love that structure in general. I like how it is,
Mhm.
and then compared to what it was back in the day.
Yeah, and a lot of people just walk past it; they don't really notice it. I
No,
mean, it's just your
because
off
there's
the
no
beaten
real
path.
windows or anything on that bottom section to see in,
Mm-mm.
and so people just kind of walk by unless you're a local that knows that it's there.
Or in Ghost Conference.
Right.
Then you really wouldn't know.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, but I mean, it's a nice little place. Yeah, nobody in all the research and anything else, even on the pamphlets they have there during the Ghost Conference at the Bridge Tender, they've never mentioned the madam.
Mm.
They've just said, listen, don't play ABBA. It was a brothel. And realistically speaking, yes, they wouldn't publicly say, yes, we are a brothel.
Right.
A lot of the other places that we've been, they don't really advertise until way after the fact. There was a place up in Ketchikan that was a brothel, and the lady worked up into her like 60s or something like
Mhm.
that.
that place was cool.
And now it's a museum, and it still has all of her stuff in it. And I
It
mean,
even has all of her stuff from her medicine cabinet and stuff. Like you go into the bathroom, there's all this old
No.
yeah.
No.
and the place is haunted.
Well, I'm sure she's on that
I
place.
smuggled
Yeah.
a K2 in.
Oh.
You weren't supposed to.
Wasn't
What did they
supposed
do?
to.
Body check you?
They're not. No, they didn't. But you weren't supposed to. It was, you're not something you weren't
Right.
supposed to do.
Yeah, so I just put it
So.
in my coat pocket. Just
Your
just
little
walk in the
vest- your
door.
tactical vest.
Oh no, just a leather jacket.
Yeah, we didn't want to be all like suspicious.
Yeah, just
Don't be
just
suspicious. Don't
don't
be suspicious.
just put it in the inner pocket. We're walking along, filming everything. Yep, we're dumb tourists. Okay. This is hot. That's hot. That's going red. That's going red. That's going red. That's going red.
Mhm.
Up in her bedroom, I mean, there's a lock of her hair, and it just pegged the K2, just
Mhm.
Oh,
full
man.
on red, solid. Get to her closet, bunch all of her own clothes, put it up to the closet, full on red. And I'm like, okay, let's look around. Let's do the. Are there any electrical outlets, anything like that? Bump, 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 bump.
Mm.
There is nothing.
Yeah.
And especially around her lock of hair, there is nothing in the cabinet. There's no electronics. There's nothing to set it off. And it was just, they take you
I
through.
can't remember what her name was.
I don't remember.
I've been
either
trying
at the
to
moment.
think of what it was.
I don't know,
I
but
can't remember what her name was.
it was not known as a brothel at the time
No.
publicly. Nowadays, they tell you, oh, yeah, this is the lover's lane where the married guys would come down through the backwoods to get to the house. There was a drop chute if she was raided, so customers would be
Drop shooted down.
dropped into the river and swim away.
Yep.
So
it was crazy. And even in the, like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk about this on the air, but even in the bathroom, I guess there used to be, this was something that really shocked me. I guess they used to make condoms like out of like nylon or something. What was that made out of?
she made a shower curtain out of condoms.
But it wasn't like your to date condoms. It was the weird, like they were like, I don't know. And that just freaked me out. Like that freaked me out.
Oh.
And it was just like, what is this place? James was like, I'm done.
I've got nothing for that.
I'm done.
I tried to process that one. Why
Yeah.
the hell would someone make a shower curtain out of condoms?
That might be a whole nother show down the line.
But it was part of what was there. So it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That was just, yeah.
Back to
Sorry,
the bridge tender.
I shouldn't have probably brought it up, but that was just something that was like, wow.
So, since we're talking about the Ketchikan place having a quick escape, the bridge tender being on a river, would there be a possibility of, if they were to get raided,
shoot them down?
There's a little way to get out right there on the river. So if you're coming down the road and the cops coming in going, all right, we're going to bust this for prostitution, you go out the back way, get in a river, get a little rowboat, and down the river you go. You're not seen.
Possible.
Never thought about that till now. Because why is a
yeah,
bridge
but if
tender
they're
on a
going to
river?
raid it, wouldn't they be going up those back stairs if that's the only way to get in?
Well, I mean, we go in and out through the back storage area.
Yeah, but what if that back storage area wasn't there at the time?
I don't know.
Yeah, because you don't know.
These are things that they need to research. Was there a back way in and out?
I have a feeling there was another way up there. It just, to me, I mean, stairs on the back side. I mean, where that's located. I mean, I would think that'd be a little difficult.
And it might not be just for someone getting raided. It might be like, wives coming in looking for their husbands and then they have to run away super fast. I don't know. Oh, crap. I got to get out of here. My wife's here.
Well, I mean, it would make sense. I mean, if we think about the fact that a lot of brothels have a back door and escape route, what would the bridge tender have? The river.
Right.
So maybe there is another place that, if we happen to go back, maybe we can try to get the madam. Maybe look into it. Maybe try and get the madam to divulge her secrets.
There's a game plan.
I think
would be cool.
I think what we need to do next time though is we need to take roses up and leave for her, and maybe the ladies that are still there, and that way we can make nice because we haven't had our dates with the madam and her ladies. In a couple years?
It'll be a couple years since.
She might be pissed when we come back. She might be like, where have you guys been?
Well,
she might be happy to see us. It's been a while.
Yeah, maybe.
We should still probably take roses.
Oh, absolutely.
Start a trend.
Every year, take
a couple roses up, put in the rooms, put in her office, put on the little couch there.
Nice.
Trying to make peace offerings. Maybe they would actually talk
put
more.
them in an area where no one knows, and then the following year, go back to see if they're still in that spot.
That would be interesting.
I mean, the owners, obviously are not going to be going through everything that's up there. I mean, it's up there. It's forgotten, really.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They say they use it for storage, but there's not nothing up there to store. You can't get a whole lot up there through that little
Mm-mm.
cubby. But
No.
yeah, a stick of rose
Yeah,
in
and
in a like a little.
there is
spot.
that little closet in the madam's office. There's that one
Absolutely.
little closet that I was kind of given a bad feeling on
Mhm.
that one night we got attacked.
Well, see, that's why
Maybe we need to-
bring those
That
roses
was
in.
where you guys started freaking out, was by
Well,
the closet area.
yeah, 'cause
Both
we-
you guys.
We saw it by the closet. We got the bad feeling. Then we saw the shadow dart out the back room into the hallway. We went to follow, and that's when we doubled over in pain in the doorway.
Yeah.
And it was like, we're going to leave now. And then the minute we got out of her office and back into the lobby, we felt a little bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Mhm.
yeah, maybe that's something our teams need to start doing at Ghost Conference
Yeah.
if we're assigned bridge tender.
Yeah. And I know Aaron and the committee's looking at another spot we were supposed to do.
Yeah, there was the Liberty Theater. You
yeah.
guys were supposed to do.
Yeah. I can't wait to get
Bridge
into that.
tender,
That would be
seaside salts,
awesome.
and then there was the like another hotel down the road that had a bunch of little like villas
Mm.
that they were going to do. So they were going to have like 3 investigations in 3 different areas.
Yeah. I'd love to hit all 3. Well,
No kidding, yeah.
well, no, because you only got 2 nights, so I definitely want to do the Bridge Tender again in the Liberty Theater.
Yes,
The Liberty
the-
Theater would be
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
That
no
would
one,
be
no
so
one's
cool.
investigated that,
No.
from my understanding, from what
That's
Aaron
what I've
said.
heard.
well, I think
Aaron and I were supposed to be the first.
That's what I
groups in.
heard. Yeah.
I think what we need to do, because Liberty Theater is a lot of territory to cover, maybe see if they would let us in to do a actual investigation one of these nights.
Yeah, take a weekend down there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh. Yes,
I don't know if the bridge tender would let us in to do
Aaron,
an
there's your
actual
assignment, buddy.
Right.
But I think maybe if we did an actual investigation of the bridge tender some night,
Yeah.
where we can actually focus on what we're doing and not
Try and get some more definitive answers as to 1, who the madam is, 2, the little girl,
the
Yeah.
boy and seaside
Boy.
salts.
But the last time if memory serves me correctly, there was someone had mentioned a guy in a top hat in the bridge tender.
Hmm.
Which is odd because I never heard that in the past investigations.
Hmm.
So unless that's a new little
I
guy
think I remember
passing through.
something about that too. But like nothing ever came of
Yeah.
it. Like
So that might be
Something we need to pursue a little bit more.
get a little more information on
Yeah.
the background details on that and whatnot.
Yeah. So so we take a break. We'll come back and we
Absolutely.
got some more pictures to go over.
That works for me.
All right.
Is
We'll see you in a little bit.
welcome back, and we're continuing our discussion on the bridge tender.
The wonderful, happy bridge tender.
Yes,
It's awesome.
our second home away from home
Yeah,
for me anyway.
hopefully we're able to
Right.
get back in there next year.
Yeah,
hmm
for sure. So, going on with the madam and the child, have you picked up on anything other than
Bridge tender itself was the madam upstairs.
Right.
Another woman downstairs was a child. Seaside Salts was the demon figure in the bathroom.
Right.
The boy upstairs.
there's a couple?
There's a
kids
couple-
upstairs,
couple
There's,
kids
yeah,
upstairs.
there's a couple.
And then the kids downstairs.
Okay, so pretty much the same thing I've kind of caught on to. So nothing new other than this supposed man in the top
I
hat.
can't even remember who mentioned that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just in passing or maybe they confused with another place. Maybe I'm
could
not
be.
sure,
But it could be.
I don't know.
but it's something to kind of look into.
Yeah.
I just don't see someone in a top hat in there though.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
back in the day.
we
but-
do have a couple last pictures here. Actually, of upstairs.
Yes. And I noticed up there they had the it's called the pastime sign. Didn't it used to be called the
I
pastime?
think it might have been called a pastime at once upon a time.
Yeah, I know. Tried it. I thought so too, and I tried looking that up. I couldn't find nothing.
Yeah, so here we got a
Interesting.
picture looking down the main hallway. This is upstairs in the brothel apartment area. There's the pastime sign.
And
This
that's
is-
over in the main.
Yeah, that's over by the
living-
main
where
lobby.
the couch
That's-
and all that is.
Yeah, that was actually where we were attacked, was in
Yeah.
that door frame. Because we saw something go from left
Right.
to right through the door frame. And we went after it to figure out what was going
Mhm.
on.
Mhm.
Because for me, I thought it was maybe one of the people with our group kind of going through one of the other doorways that went around.
Yeah, because I mean it's such a tripping hazard when everything's off. And then this is the couch upstairs.
With the SB7.
The SB7, we've got the little box, we've got the K2. The little black box has a little blue light that this investigation, we actually got it to
Light up.
light up
Light up.
upon
Mhm.
request.
Yep.
So, I mean, that was kind of a cool little piece of gear because it's small, it goes in a pocket. The K2 was going off. I think this was also the night of the drunk woman who was
I don't know.
putting out some bad energy. But I mean, there's there's another picture going down the other side of the hallway towards the evil looking gnome. I think you might even be able to see the evil gnome way down in the back corner in the shadows.
Evil gnome.
Chucky, yes.
Yeah, my friend Chucky, I call him, as I call him. I'm sure he's not
We have
too
to
happy
find
with
out
that.
the story of that gnome. Like, why?
I-
Why is it
I
up
think
there?
someone said that they just liked it and they brought it up and put it there.
All right.
Why?
Yeah, just-
I
just-
mean,
Exactly.
gnomes
Why would
go
you
in
want?
gardens.
Right.
Well,
and
upstairs
yards
is
and-
such a. I mean, okay, like the upstairs of the bridge tender is like the upstairs of the Klondike. It is random stuff that they've just
Yeah.
oh, we have an extra refrigerator. What are we going
Let's
to do with
put
it?
it up there.
Let's put it upstairs.
Right.
and then it sits
Because they're like, oh, I don't want to get it back through that hole, and how are we going to get it back into the downstairs? And we're just going to leave it upstairs. How they got 9/10 of the stuff up there? It had to have been when the back staircase was open.
Yeah, I'd like to know when that back staircase was torn down, because that could answer a lot of questions too.
Well,
Right.
how did they get a couch upstairs?
Right.
Through that little.
It had
But,
to have been through
yeah.
that. I mean, I guess you could try to get. That'd be very difficult to get a couch through that little.
No, you couldn't. There's no way.
couldn't. There's no way.
absolutely
Yeah.
No,
way.
because you got to go up and then angle exactly at the right point, and then
carry it all the way.
You'd have
down
to be
the-
really strong.
well, I mean, it's 8 feet up off the ground.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of a hard place to get anything up and into. So, that stuff's been sitting up there since they boarded off the back staircase. Because, I mean, you look in the different rooms, there's refrigerators, there's big signs, there's boxes, there's couches. It's such a hodgepodge of just
Stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's like whoever buys the Klondike is going to have just 3 floors of stuff.
Yeah.
Basement area, stuff. Second floor, third floor, stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just random, just, oh, you're walking through, okay, this room's haunted. You look over. Well, I can obviously tell that the child is a spirit because there is nowhere for anybody to hide and this wall of boxes. And that's kind of how it is at the bridge tender. It's like, if you're looking down the hallway, past all the heating ducts and everything, and you see a shadow, you're like, okay, there are no windows up here.
No.
There's no lights on.
Yeah.
Except for what were our flashlights.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
And you see a shadow walk across the hallway or through one room into another room and across the. Yeah, I mean it's an active place.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, I don't know about you, but I can't wait to get back and really, like I said earlier, dig into it.
Exactly.
Do more. I mean, I thought when I first started doing leading investigations, I was trying to do some research on it, but I think I need to dig in now even farther.
Right.
I mean,
there's a lot that it's not known.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say maybe that stuff was happening before the bridge tender even was built right there.
Well, I mean, Seaside's seaside town. A lot of things have happened.
Yeah, well, and the fire before, in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
Thinking the kids, maybe that they all kind of came together in that little area. Maybe those kids are from that time. Who knows?
Could be.
Yeah.
Need to dig into history and see if we can get names of the children.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
It would be. And I think back in 2019, I was trying to get some names, and I couldn't get names of anyone. But
yeah, it might be difficult, but
I think whatever's in the bathroom downstairs in Seaside Salts is, since all those buildings pretty much are part of the bridge tender.
Right.
So that's just, you got the little stores, you got the lists, and then you got the bridge tender.
It kind of makes you wonder if, like, now the little store and even that little hot dog stand at the end there,
right?
If anything is going on in those two sections of that building,
yeah,
kind of maybe because it's always been said, the kids or whatnot can be able to go from the bridge tender into where Seaside Salts was, back and forth, travel back and forth. Why not all the way through?
Yeah,
the whole.
It's all one building.
And I don't know if Katie and Leroy actually own that whole building, or
I don't know.
Or not. Something to check into. Maybe we can talk to them and the owners of those the hot dog store. But Katie and them own the little grocery store there, so.
Yeah, see about if we can't do some investigations.
Yeah, get in there, just spend maybe an hour or so. If we can catch anything in there, maybe it all goes together.
It might, but I mean, when you've got groups coming and going, and here's a group of 20, 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 and you're going like in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to show people what's going on.
Right.
I feel that it is a good experience, but when we're trying, when we're trying to dig in, we have that mystery that we want to solve. As investigators. We want to know more.
Right.
We get that little nugget with a little EVP, and we're like, okay, I want to know more. And normally, with those public investigations, you don't have the time to turn around and go, okay, I'm getting a lot of activity here. Why don't we just sit here for an hour, 2 hours, ask a bunch of questions, see what we get? Because you're 30 minutes, radio's going off, you got to run, you got to mind all the drunk people.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you've led some of the investigations, has any of the people in your group come up to you and say, "Hey, I think I caught something on, picture or even audio"?
Pictures, I've gotten a couple. They'll come in, they'll show a picture or something.
Mm-hmm. And is something that it was easily debunkable, or?
I would say it's a 50-50 shot.
50-50.
I've got about 50-50 percentage on some pictures you're looking at and you're like, okay, well, you were in the lower bar. You were taking a picture of the bar. There's windows behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And because we're lights out, it's your flash.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and then
Oh,
but
that
up
would make sense.
yeah, upstairs
Mhm.
though, one lady had something in the corner, and I'm like, okay, well, there's
That's
no windows up here. There's nothing really reflective up here. That might be something. I said, come find us tomorrow and we can get a better look at it, because it was 3 o'clock in the morning. She was tired. We were tired. Never saw her again.
oh, see, that's the tough part. And you think you might have something that someone brings to your attention, and then they just often vanish.
I remember people asking about the different apps that you have on your phone too, like the ones you could just download, and like, do these work? I mean, are these credible?
Yeah,
And you're just kind of like,
I know a lot of people like to use those, but I
Mhm.
don't find them really credible.
It's a mixed bag. I've downloaded a whole bunch. I'll go to a place that I know is got activity, and I'll take an SB7, the SB11, K2, and we'll try to basically do a side by side comparison.
Mhm.
And I think we've got a 90% fail rating on a lot of these apps.
Yeah.
a lot of them I've noticed has like, built-in sounds or built-in
Yeah.
sayings or something, to make you think that, oh my gosh, there's something there.
Well, yeah.
So-
Again, a lot of those apps that were made for entertainment.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, hey, yeah.
Exactly.
The
Come
only
up
app
with
so
that.
far that I've actually seen, used, and like is called Ghost Tube SLS. And I took it out, worked on it. It picks up human figures just like an SLS camera, but it's on your phone.
Really? Gonna have to
It
look into
doesn't. It
that.
doesn't have a lot of the extra filters or nothing. It's just a base rudimentary. You use a camera phone. It'll put skeletons where there needs to be a skeleton.
And it's called what again?
Ghost Tube SLS.
All right. I'll look into that. See, compare that.
Still got to take it out and actually use the real SLS. Compare that to that one, and
Right.
be like, okay. I was like, all right. I know if I shoot a human with this app, I get the skeleton that needs to be where a skeleton should be.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, we got something with this one, but I still want to find, maybe if when we get back to actual investigating,
Right.
we can take the SLS and we can take the app and we can set them side by side and go, okay, the SLS is picking up a figure sitting in this chair here. Is the app picking up a figure sitting in that chair side by side? Is it credible all the way? Or is it just novelty?
Right.
Because sometimes you want something that's smaller and compact.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can just be like, okay, well, yes, I always have my phone with me. You get into a situation where you're like, say you go to Astoria, you go to the Flavel House Mansion.
Oh, that's a place I want to get to.
Oh, we've done some
Yes.
guerrilla investigations.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Another
That was
show
the
right
first
there.
investigation I did with you.
Yeah,
was
that-
at Flavel House.
yeah. DBK is famous for doing the low key investigations
Or you really shouldn't be doing
where I'm pretty sure the people who own the place, if they happen to see this, they're probably never going to listen again. But we don't cause a disturbance. We keep it very down low. Any other paying customer is not going to know what we're doing. And it's basically I just taken a digital recorder, a K2,
Mhm.
and minimal gear. And then, you're videotaping everything. You pull out the EVP, digital recorder, you're making some EVPs real quick. Okay, nobody's in the hallway, no one's in the other room. Is there anybody here? Would you like to say anything? You're pulling out the K2, you're kind of doing a little scan real quick. Okay, all right, okay. Mm-hmm. All right, that's a hot spot. Okay. Mm-hmm. Tuck everything away, you move to the next room, all quiet, down low. You're not bringing a lot of attention to it. Because some places are just not going to let you in and to do an actual investigation. But they're going to say, yeah, our place is haunted. And that's normally when we
Say yes.
we smuggle,
agree.
Smuggle it in, put it in the pockets. Yeah, we want to see your museum. And then while we're doing the museum, we're running little tests here and there.
It is a cool little museum, though, even if you
Well, I know we've gotten
don't
things.
do, an investigation or anything.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I was actually alerted to Flavel, since we're talking about coastal encounters.
Oh, by the way, Aaron did say he found a picture of the gnome.
Yes.
We need that picture, Aaron. I gotta have it.
We gotta find out. Like next time, we need to talk to this gnome. We need to figure out if its name is Chucky. If it
It's
likes
not.
Chucky.
I just named it
Oh,
Chucky.
I know. But we gotta figure out. Like, I'm curious now. I want to ask this gnome some questions.
But
You're saying.
But no, the Flavel house. Basically, my dad is a very firm non-believer in the paranormal, and he's actually the one that said, "Yeah, we were there. We were with friends. Blah, da da da. We're walking upstairs. We went down. He looked down the other hallway there to where all the bedrooms are, and he saw a woman in a period dress walk into a bedroom. He thought they were reenactors, so he walked over and he was like, I'm going to go get a picture. Nobody was there.
Oh wow.
Nobody was in the room. And I'm like, that makes me think we need to go do an investigation. All right. There are a lot of places on the coast that I know we would love to go, that if we can get permission to get into all these places, Liberty Theater, Bridge Tender, Seaside Salts. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on of places on the coast that if they would just let us in some cases, if they let other people in again, like the Norblad. I know Aaron's been wanting to go back there.
I'm interested in that.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
That would be a place. I mean, if we could just do like a weekend trip and be like, all right, guys.
Today we're doing this place. Tomorrow we'll hit this one.
Place.
Kind of like a paranormal investigation weekend tour.
Go hit up a bunch of places.
Astoria, Seaside.
Let's see. I'm wondering if maybe Fort Clatsop doesn't have anything. That might be a guerrilla investigation one of these days.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah, because Bridge Tender, we're not going to do a guerrilla investigation because we can't get upstairs and get behind the bar and be like, don't worry about us. We're just over here.
Yep.
Hey, who put the ladder up into the attic? What's going on? Don't mind us. We're just talking to the gnome.
The gnome is going to be famous.
Heck yeah. Everybody's going to be like, okay, I want to go see what this gnome is. Where it is.
Why do they keep talking about this gnome? Why?
Because it's spooky looking.
It is, actually.
And that's
just where it sits and no light. And
somebody is going to watch this show. They're going to come in next year. We're going to have the ghost conference. We're going to have the Bridge Tender. They're going to wait.
We're going to have another show on the Bridge Tender next year just to go back over all this again.
Right,
yeah, we
exactly.
are. But I kind of get the feeling that, Andrew's going to put that picture of the gnome up.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
This is going to be great.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thanks, Aaron. Yes. Oh, this ought to be great. Oh, there it is. See if you could take a look at that.
Yeah, the gnome just looks evil and creepy, and he just sits in the corner. Somebody is going to start moving this. They're going to get there and be like, okay, I'm doing the ghost tour. Oh,
I want to freak people out.
I've got James. He's leading this group. And he's going to go over there and be like, yeah. He's going to grab the gnome. He's going to move the gnome. So the gnome's not going to be there anymore. It's going to be over in a different corner. We're going to turn around, and then one of us is going to scream bloody murder and run out of there and fall down the stairs. And
that'll be you. Just saying.
Or James.
No, it would be you. Yeah, sorry, it'd be you.
Or Bill.
No,
Bill is a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, but you're the one that has the fear of.
It's not really much of a fear. It's more of a discomfort.
Gnomes.
And if it moves,
not gnomes, but just dolls in general, like the porcelain dolls. Like it gives him the heebie-jeebies like nothing else. He can't at my work. He can't even go by the dolls in the toy section area, the porcelain dolls. He's like, nope, we're moving on. So, if anyone's going to be scared of the gnome, of moving anyway. Sorry, honey.
I'll throw it
but it'll
down.
be
I'll
you.
throw it down out of the attic. You're gonna move, fine. Whee!
I'll help you.
Boosh.
I'll help you pack. Air miles.
Oh gosh, that's awesome.
But so I think we are getting close to being to the end of the show. Hopefully next year the Oregon Ghost Conference is happening in person. Hopefully the bridge tender will let us in,
Oh, I know they can't wait to have us back.
and then we can do
I'm sure.
public investigations again. And hopefully somebody who will watch the show will want to come in and join one of our teams.
Yep.
On those
Yeah,
public
definitely want
investigations.
to get back up there since now that I have that SLS camera that I got right before COVID hit.
Yeah.
you
Right,
know.
we haven't seen it yet. I don't
No,
think we
no.
haven't got to play with it.
Nope.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
that'd be fun
new
to take
little
up there.
toy.
Definitely hit every spot with that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, my
for
SLS
sure.
needs to be more portable besides the laptop that doesn't work anymore, and then all the setup. It's more of a stationary aim down a hallway and wait.
Yeah, no, this is a sweet deal. I can't wait to get out there and use it.
Yeah, hopefully things will open up and we can start going back out.
Absolutely. I kind of
Because I mean,
miss doing that.
Mm-hmm.
well, we're getting rusty. We need to get back out
Yeah.
there. Need to get
Sharpen
back,
the skills.
sharpen the
and-
skills a little bit. I mean, there's always cemeteries we can hit.
We should do that
We
on a
should.
weekend.
Mm-hmm.
As
Sometime
soon as
get
Aaron's
together.
up and running, just
Yeah,
all right. Training class.
yeah. Let's refocus and hone the skills and let's get back at it.
So,
Yeah.
well, thank you for joining us on Paranormal Crossings Into the Light. I am Darrin,
And I'm James.
I'm Kayla.
and we
Thanks
will
for
see
having
you
me.
next Saturday.